Florida man standing in his sunroof while driving his Cadillac down I-4.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do when they come for you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And welcome to the Welcome to Florida live stream, where we get into all things Florida related, crazy Florida man stories, Florida histories, some which sometimes involves my own family, and of course, theme park news and reviews. So we're so happy you guys are with us tonight. It's going to be fun because we're going to be giving you guys a little bit of insight into what the annual stockholders meeting for Disney stockholders is about and how it relates to the state of Florida. So with that said, I am going to bring up my amazing panel members. How are you guys doing?
Good. Good. Very excited.
We got Ords with us for the whole show tonight.
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm really glad that my hockey game was early today so I could come here, which, by the way, not only did I get a penalty, which is awesome, we won. So I'll take it. Yeah, they were pretty mad at me when I took that guy out with the hip. But, whatever, man. It is what it is.
It's hockey. Shoot. Deal with it. And
That's
thank you so much, Culture, for the $1.49 super sticker. Let me guess. It's a Doom coin.
Doom.
Thank you. You didn't have to
play
do
it
that,
again.
dude.
You know what? I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to
You're going to play it again. You know what? Whoever can get me this but have Optimus Prime's voice doing it, I need to hook up on that.
That's amazing.
I want that unicorn to sound like Optimus Prime.
Culture looks like he loves that. Like, he just loves that video.
Yeah, look at that. That's so much joy in one face right there. That's like Polly Pocket of joy right there.
I think if the unicorn had lustrous hair flying,
exactly. No, Lorena, if it had just this voluminous,
yes.
I mean, I gotta say, like, we have some of the greatest hair on the internet here. Look at Lorena's hair just flowing, right? Looking good. Look at Culture over there, all trimmed up and proper. Me, I stick with the savage look. I mean, we got the hair flowing today. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. You want some hair?
There we go, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I got hair on my face. Like I'm a cut.
Vicia Leslie Fatsy.
Yes,
for sure.
With the tassels of justice.
Tassel pasties of
one
justice.
One is justice.
I was trying to get into that.
Yeah.
Much love.
Yeah.
It's very cold. It's very cold here in Canada, right?
Oh my God. It's actually starting to warm up a little bit here. By warm up, I mean like at least it's 40 degrees instead of 35. But spring is coming, so I'm looking forward to that. And pretty soon, spring breakers are going to be heading down Florida pretty soon. But let's welcome all the folks in our amazing chat. 18 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. The Welcome to Florida live stream. And we have Wendy Vega who says, whoop. And Wendy, I saw you in my stream earlier today, the interview we did with Nick from Echo Base. So I'm so glad that you're here with us. It was so much fun. And we have Mark the Infinitely Tired. He says, evening, Reina Creole. Evening, Fat Steven. I guess I'll loop through everyone. But thanks so much, dude, for being here. We appreciate it. Awesome one. I am not here. I'm all in your head.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I'm all the joy.
Commander Ed, what are you talking about? My audio and picture, everything's beautiful right now. What are you talking about? He's saying that my camera's out of focus.
No, dude, you look like four pairs of beer goggles.
Sorry, I just had a flashback from Muppet Vision, and he said, "These people think I'm talking to them, but I'm really just talking to you."
Hey Becky, hey.
Man, they do that was such a cute movie, and then they let the quality of that thing run down all the time.
I got a survey about that, specifically about that attraction, and I think I hit the limit on all the characters because I'm like, you need to fix this. You definitely need to fix the film because it's showing its age, like physical age.
So about every 3 years they replace the set of films, right? They need to do it far more often because it's the runtime. I mean, they're pushing that theater to the max every time. At the same time, remember when they were building out Galaxy's Edge, they cut one of the nitrogen lines that supplies the gas to operate the animatronics. So
Really?
there was some. They cut a lot of different systems, and I'm pretty sure I'm almost certain that's exactly what it was. It was nitrogen. I know they cut water to that side of the park at some point during the process, and they had to replace the electrical plant. In fact, right now, when you go to Galaxy's Edge and you try to get on Rise of the Resistance, they take you in through Galaxy's Edge. You get in the line there, then they take you out through a side door, all the way back through backstage by one of the power transformer boxes, one of the power plants. They take you back out onto the streets of America, or Muppets, the Muppet area, right? Muppet Corner, Muppet Lane. I forget what it's called, but anyway. And then they take you back. I mean, you literally are walking up by the queue where Muppet's line is to line up to go to that building, and then back down that sidewalk, and then back through another door in backstage. You go back through backstage, so they take you out because of because of all the precautionary garbaggio that they're doing right now. And
let me ask you this: when you go into the Muppets area, are there warning signs saying that there might be racist or offensive material ahead?
Wait, dude, I was gonna say
no, but there is there's a warning about you must be shorter than this to go in, and apparently one of the Muppets cracked their head up there, so it's kind of
I had a similar question. Culture, do the Muppets wear censored stickers over their faces, like because they're projecting old time views of that?
Not yet. And that's the thing is you can't change that show because it's timed to the film. They have a live action character that actually walks out.
Sweetums.
Sweetums walks out into the crowd and just kind of interacts with the audience looking for Bean, the bunny. And and Bean ends up and he interacts with Bean, who's an animatronic. And all of that stuff's timed down to like the wire. And so the person that's being Sweetums has to actually time their mouth movements with what the film's doing. So but that thing's timed to the limit. There is no way that you can't edit it. There's no editing it. No. So I don't know how they would change it. And I don't even know, again, the reason they change it or put all these warnings on this stuff was because they don't like the generic portrayals of archetypes. It doesn't even, nobody says anything offensive in the show. If you've ever watched the original Muppet Show, I've never seen anything on there that's offensive. So, I mean, even the people who were
I just think in this show, the only thing offensive that I've seen is, some of the soldiers not wearing pants. In the finale, and I was like,
some of them get blowed up by the cannons. And that thing's freaking amazing. So.
I love that show. They need to replace that film and just keep it the way that it is, because every time I go, that thing is it's busy. Hey, Zakra 315 says, howdy, Reina Creole and Culture Casino. We got Black Superwoman with us with the cowboy hat on. I'm loving it. The great one is here. Good evening to the lovely and beautiful Reina Creole. And yes, hello to you. The great one is here. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. Greetings and felicitations. Hip hooray, tally ho. I love it. And why they tried to say that you had to moderate that comment, I have no idea. Hey, Theme Park Casual says, hey kids, glad you are here. T-shirt historian, I love the countdown theme. Oh, well, thank you. That's like a stock countdown that I grabbed from somewhere. Can't remember now where I got it from, but cool.
We'll have a new channel up by next week called Lorena Plagiarizes, so don't feel free to tune in. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's a free site. They grab me, they got to get Anna too. Swords high, he looks fuzzy.
Maybe Tommy. Maybe.
Hey, Tommy, one of the most awesomest mods out there in the Fandom Menace. Thank you. Make sure to share the stream and smack that like button. Yes, and thank you, Tommy, for being here. Let's see. We have he heard the story, and it's Ords and Culture Casino. Yes. Yes, it's like the hair panel up here tonight.
That's right.
There's one very hairy panel.
Yeah, but he's going to sleep tonight instead of hanging out with us. But it's cool. I ain't mad at it.
And let's see, Commander Ed Stracker Shadow, a channel member. Thank you so much. You'll see people have like a little state of Florida symbol next to their name. They are channel members, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And I will be scheduling a members only stream around sometime around the end of this month. So we will get that together.
Do we have to
be nice? Be nice.
Do we have to what?
To wear the jackets?
Yes.
The jacket?
Yeah, with the little members only thing on the pocket.
That's how you get in, man.
I say do it. I say do it.
I still have one.
Do it. Have that like Miami Vice vibe going on.
Yeah,
do that there too.
Yeah, with the ribbed sleeves, so that when you pull, you can pull them up on, they'd hang up on your elbows.
Yeah, and it supports your pop collar just perfect.
That's right, perfect.
Perfect. Have to do that.
I don't want to go home. I'm terrified right now.
Oh, whatever. You're getting excited. Don't lie fast, dude. You get all hot and bothered up there.
Oh yeah,
we'll get your red jacket. We'll get your red peppers on the jacket.
Yeah, okay. Because I want to see Culture's rubber elbows in motion. That's what.
Hey, Becky Browen. She says, "Hey, Reina Creole with all the hearts." Hello, Ryan Dyer, who says, "Y'all are awesome." Well, thank you. You're awesome. You're awesome. Yeah. And we have Cavateño, Calvary Trooper Che. Evening, everyone. Would be fun to hear Reina Creole play Mario Kart with the group. You know what? When
are you coming over to play our Friday nights?
I don't know. I have to get a Switch first. I used to play Mario Kart religiously on a little system called the Nintendo Wii, and I was not fun to play with because I was freaking ruthless. I would yell stuff like, "Don't take this personal." My sister's like, "What? And a blue shell went and blew her up.
It sounds like you would be a perfect fit for Friday nights. Am I right, Culture?
Oh, I think so. I think Lorena would be an excellent addition to Friday night after party. I think. Yeah.
Okay. I got to get the hardware and get up to speed though.
Come on, guys! Come on. She's got to get a Switch. Come on, send a super chat.
I got to get a Switch. Thank you. Super chat me Switch.
Super chat her a Switch. There you go. No,
just into hard drive slots.
Yeah, actually, there is a Switch Pro on its way by the end of the year. There will be the ability to own a Switch Pro, which will be able to do 4K gaming. I don't know why. I mean, nothing's made to be 4K, but it's on its way.
What's cool about that though is for those people who might be late to the party, then the original. Now remember, there's like a first gen and a second gen of the original Switch. Go for the second gen; it's got the better processor. I think it's got the better processor.
Wow.
Well, you don't also Slim though, not the Slim.
Right, don't get the Slim. That's But the best part about that is when the Pro comes out, if people don't want to spend the money on the Pro, they're going to drop the price of the original. You know they will.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, I miss Mario Kart. I need to get back to that, especially the Rainbow Road. Hey, Crispy Critter says, "Yay, more stupid people to Florida." You know what happens? Spring break every year.
When is spring break this year? What week?
Technically, I think it's near the end of the month. It depends. The colleges and regular schools are a little
the end of the month, or like Easter weekend. It gets busy.
Some of it is Easter weekend. Some of it is like the middle of the month, because you have the colleges there's like the Florida colleges that have their spring break, which is kind of like a different week, and then you have the rest of the country, and then you have the schools. It's kind of basically the whole month before Easter is slammed.
Well, it just started for a lot of West Coast states and schools districts in Western states. They've started to do spring breaks, so it's a little earlier out here because y'all are colder.
Yeah,
El Punk plays with us on Friday, man. It's a blast. I'm telling you.
And El Punk Trace, thank you so very much for the 99-cent super sticker. I appreciate that. It's got the little devil horns. Hey, Soul Assassin, Lorena raging out in Mario Kart would be quite the show.
I'm just saying, man. She would. Soul, you've been there. You've been to Friday. Yeah, would she not be perfect for it?
I had to go to anger management freaking
For
Mario Kart.
Oh my God, that would please. I'm begging you, Lorena, come to Friday, even if you just come hang out. Just come hang out.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna do that. I have to do that instead of falling asleep on the couch after working out that night. Hey, Griffin Turman says, hello, everyone. Parrot says, Ords man bad. Hey, Red Rooster says, hello, lovely.
I spent an hour and a half working on my color for the streams on Fridays, and you give me a hard time every time, Parrothead.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, Keck44. Theme park casual. I think you had a question. I'm like trying to get through. The spring break is in another week, I believe. I think so. And Soul Assassin, I love your ABI. I love your profile picture because I freaking love Speedy Gonzalez, and I'm mad they're trying to cancel him. I don't think so. That will not work out well for you.
Yeah. Was like, dude, don't cancel me. What is your problem?
I still got to do a video on all that stuff, man.
Hey, Robert Pearson.
Oh, yo, what up, Robert? How are you?
Yeah. It's like a great strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for you.
See, what is it? Go on. Yes, sorry. No.
Speedy forever. Oh my gosh.
Arriba.
Oh man. Well, let's see. We have got, oh my gosh, we have 36 people in here watching. Thank you so very much. We're gonna get started, but just to remind folks, when you come down from the Northeast for spring break, please don't do this with your footwear.
Please do.
Please don't do. It could be worse. You could be wearing socks with sandals, but we don't want you, kind of.
And I thought the high heel Croc was ridiculous. What is this?
Well, I do own high heel Crocs, so.
And yet, I'm actually more offended by the kooky skinny jean mashup jean things that he's wearing. That's
they're half calf capris, yo. Look at
wait. Those are short. Those are clothes. That has some Photoshop that on his leg.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
bro,
weird stuff.
He's got to let people know he works hard, but he's down to relax. You know what I'm saying? With those,
he can hang with his homies on the beach in the middle of the day, right?
Well, the pants are really the pants are kind of tight, but then the shirt is like a size or two too big for him, so it looks. And then with the boots, I mean, like I maybe get away with it without the boots, but those boots just make it look.
No. That just adds to the ensemble, honestly. And
plus, who's wearing black in the hot sun?
This guy's like 35 cents.
Yeah, he's just happy to be out of the car. That 18 to 20 hour ride down I-95. Just hey, I'm at the beach and I don't have to wear a coat. I'm just gonna let it all freaking hang out.
Yeah, but he cut up his combat boots. That's not all right.
That's kind of blasphemy to do that to a pair of Timbs. Actually, you don't want to freaking do that.
Oh,
you don't want to do that.
No.
What about Slowpoke Rodriguez? Slowpoke Rodriguez was the man. You don't mess with him. You don't mess with Slowpoke Rodriguez either.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sure it is a beach in me. No, he's not. You wear thongs on the beach, okay?
I did.
Those are not.
I wore a thong once, and let me tell you, the beach paid me enough money to never ever wear them again.
Oh my gosh! Well, let me start. Yes, Slowpoke was packing. That was the freaking funniest thing because Sylvester thought that he had him cornered, and he was about to have himself a little snack, and picked him up, and he popped him right square between the eyes with a gun. Yes, that was freaking funny. Hey, Randy Scribner Jr., thank you so much for joining us. Well, folks, this is the Welcome to Florida live stream. And of course, let's pop this out here. I got this from Rowan Ginger Raven, which I thought was really funny. Find me a better off-season training regimen than Browns OL Wyatt Teller casually carrying around an alligator. I think that gator was drugged.
He looks pretty. He looks. I don't know. He's pretty chill.
Yeah, his mouth is wrapped, is belted. So if you're gonna move a gator, that's how you would do it. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, cool, Becky. I'm glad you're going in July.
I always thought you were supposed to put your hand inside the gator's mouth and then drag him around like that. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Only if they've been sedated and they swallowed your shoe or your wallet or something like that.
I'll go Happy Gilmore on his ass.
Gator backpack, I need one. He is one of the brown. Yeah, if anybody would know, it would be Becky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Becky's huge brown fan.
Yes.
Yeah, and like a legit, like from way back in the day, like our boy George, man. Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah, Becky knows
all of it. Hey, Florida Crocs, where you?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, well, let's pop on over here to, we don't have a Florida man story this time. Today, we have a Florida woman story here. So, ex-con accused of using a cat to assault a 73-year-old Florida man. What is it with like old people?
Are you, what? He's 73 years old. Push him over. What did you do on him?
I'm going to read it again. Ex-con accused of using cat to Hold on, wait, flip back over. That's
Why,
funny.
Perryhead?
That's funny.
Why?
Cat chucks. Yeah, I don't get it. So I guess she might have had some reason. Was she watching Captain Marvel? Damn, that's funny. Oh yeah, I don't think I was a flirkin, but you would think so, right? So, yeah, 73. So let's check this out. So a 56-year-old ex-con was arrested Monday after striking her 73-year-old male pal with a cat following an argument. Police in Largo, Florida charged. So I'm guessing this is his younger girlfriend.
Thank you, Mark. Yes.
Wow. She just straight threw a cat at 75-year-old dude. Just was like,
Paul said, I've had it with your ass, and grabbed the nearest weapon that she thought. And yes, Wendy Hurd threw the pair's cat on the victim's face, causing the cat to scratch the victim's face, according to an arrest affidavit filed in Pinellas County.
So you couldn't grab a picture frame, a shoe, a lamp. I mean, anything. No. You had to get a cat.
Yes.
I think that's pretty funny.
Let's give me this. Let's give me this article because I want to know. I want to know
what if she or what if she had an allergy? It would be instantaneous sneezing.
That's true. That's true. I want to see if she got cruelty to animal charge too. That would be interesting.
We're gonna find that out.
Oh, it was a cat.
Did it get charged?
Well, we'll get to that part. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says assault and cattery. And Tommy, thank you for the $5 super chat. What kind of crazy-ish does the collective need to do to have a Florida guinea pig story? Dude, just find one.
Google search guinea pig in Florida, bro. It's right there.
I don't think Richard Gere's been to Florida quite a while, though.
Extra points if it involves a guinea pig subduing an alligator.
Oh shit!
Her parents and grandparents move in Florida just to turn ghetto. No, they turn gangster in Florida. That's what I've seen.
To the villages, man. The villages. If you want to straight up go gangster granny, that's where you go.
Oh, you guys look at Calvataino's comment.
Yep. Oh God.
You gonna be okay, Orange, bro? What's going
on? That's
you
good.
know what?
I like clever
not
jokes.
Wrong. He's not wrong.
Cataract. What's up, Zachary?
Well, we're not demonetized.
There's a documentary about the villages, which we all gotta watch and go off.
Well, that's true.
Oh, yeah. So Hurd is also accused of hitting the alleged victim directly on the left side of his face.
Why are so many crazy chicks have the last name Hurd?
Oh, Lord. I don't know.
I don't think she pooped on the cat.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
This is her aunt, right? Like fucking cousin or aunt or something.
There's a huge possibility she did it.
Odds are.
That requires taking down her pants, crapping, and then pulling them back up before she was found.
A whole situation.
Oh
with
my
Caddis.
God! You
Oh
people are so
Lord!
lovely.
You guys in the chat kill me. Wow. Florida freaking wins again. I always thought Alabama was the hold my beer state, but Florida definitely has that title. Yes. And Florida's like, thank God for Louisiana, because they can best us.
If you just go to Google and just type Florida man, it will fill itself in for you.
Yes.
It is insane.
It is.
I love it.
It's Amber Spiller. Yeah. What? Don't know.
And then Tommy says, I don't want to know what they were doing with the kids. I don't want to know either, dude. I don't want to know either. But
That's
supposedly,
that's where the gerbil story is going to come from first. Yeah.
supposedly, they say cops said the victim had visible injuries on his right knee and foot, too. So, according to the report, Heard declined to speak after being read her rights. There was also an unspecified indication of drugs and alcohol use at the time of the alleged incident, which occurred around midnight. No weapons were seized. The Smoking Gun reports Heard, whose rap sheet includes battery, prostitution, spent 5 years in prison following a 2005 conviction for battering a police officer. She'd previously done a 1-year stretch for fleeing police custody. Hey, Crispy Critters, thank you for the $2 super chat. This will bring a call for cat control.
It should.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You have to be careful who you allow to have cats.
Mhm.
Especially if they can throw them.
Yeah, they
the
can.
the cat was just the catalyst.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's all I got, guys. All right, that's all I got. All right.
No, it was going to be,
Weaponized.
it was going to be a catastrophe.
Yes.
Wait, this is what happens when Catwoman and Batwoman fight in a retirement home.
Yes, Dark Shadow Logan. Yes.
Last week there was drive-by gatorings. Now we got assault with cats. Damn Florida.
I know.
You know, Florida's just oh God, did she use a dog to assault the police?
I mean, to be fair, I've had cats thrown at me, but never gators. So that might be interesting.
Yeah, that was last week.
Cat
Yeah.
lives
I don't,
matter.
were you on the stream or
No.
last
For
week
like
when
the
we
last
talked-
30 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you missed the story about the guy throwing a gator through the drive-through at Wendy's.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, like a grenade, huh? Just pulled the pin and tossed that bad boy right through the window.
Boom. Yeah, he
Here, have a
was
gator.
Yeah,
he was
prank.
just doing his delivery for the supplies for the restaurant there. That's all he was doing.
Plus he went to University of Florida, so I think mascot the Gators. Hey, Saggy Melon, saying stopping by to drop a like. Well, so good to see you, my dear. So good to see you, my dear. Love Soul's new avatar. Yeah, I do too. I love his avatar too, Galadorn. Soul Assassin, his avatar is Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
This is the end. The catapocalypse is from us. Well, not the apocalypse, but actually, oh my gosh, 45 of you watching. Thank you so much. Please,
We can get to 50, guys. Share it out. We can get to 50.
Thank you. Yeah, I love positive. It's like keep going. This is awesome. You guys are watching. So we're here with the panel. It's the Welcome to Florida live stream, and we're going to start with some theme park news. But we're going to start with a theme park that has been kicking Disney's ass, I want to say, for the past 2 years. Yep. And if you think they're just getting started, they are.
Well, hold on. Let's wait to see what they do with the Dr. Seuss land. Let's wait to see what goes on with that.
There's not really much they can.
Yeah, they've taken books out already, though. They've taken there's things that they've done already.
They're taking the books out. They're talking about, I really don't think that's going to go anywhere with, quote, reevaluating. I think the closest thing that they're going to do is that one shop that's themed after, and I think I saw it on Mulberry Street. They'll probably just slap another facade over it, honestly. There's not.
I don't
There's
even
the way
know.
the lands is out. If they do
Yeah.
anything, they might do that, but I don't. Yeah, I don't see a whole big stink being made about it or huge changes because the
If they're
pushback on that has been
Yeah,
pretty
if
loud.
it isn't good, I mean, and here's the thing: they are learning a lesson from what Disney did, and the clapback can be pretty severe to stuff like that. But we'll of course get to that later. But yes, this is going to be a good story.
Yeah, I don't think Universal cares either. They're not really known as doing a whole lot of woke nonsense. So they may have just said, yeah, we'll take the books out, whatever. Yeah. You might want us to change something, but I don't think they're focused because Nintendo is coming to this place, which is going to be, what is it? The fifth gate? I think that's what they call it. It's like the fifth gate. So this is going to be Universal's new park, Epic Universe, because they started construction before the Wu-Tang flu popped off. You remember when they made that huge announcement and that Nintendo World was coming here? Nintendo World comes here, it's game over for Disney unless they step it up.
Well, and they really missed the boat when they spent $1 billion in each of the Galaxy's Edge lands, and they haven't done anything other than create a line for 2 attractions. But here's the thing: I think this will actually be the 4th gate. I think technically the 3rd gate is the hybrid water park, right?
Volcano Bay, yeah,
and
which
then
is awesome.
This would be the 4th. Yeah, that's a really cool water park. But this actually is going to be unique in that you will be able to do Nintendo here, which is going to be just insane. The way this thing is broken out. Yeah. The way they're breaking this one out is kind of a hub and spoke, just like Disney, where you actually will be visiting entirely different areas for each of these things. So it'll be pretty amazing, but I'll let Lorena break it down. It's going to be
it's going to be it's going to be awesome. Hey, McKinney 90, so glad you're here. I'm sorry I missed your stream earlier. So I'm going to have to check that out a little bit later. But yeah, Epic Universe, it's technically you've got, I guess, the 4th park. So you have Universal Studios Orlando, you have Islands of Adventure, you have Volcano Bay, which is the coolest water park to ever go to. And then you have Epic Universe. And like Culture said, they're going to drop Nintendo Land in there. I think they're doing a land for a Fantastic Beast. So it's basically another theme park that they're going to be dropping in there that's more tapped in to pop culture, because the Nintendo franchise, I think Clownfish TV had put up a graphic for, so far as brand recognition, Nintendo is further up there than Disney is.
Right now.
Yeah, for right now. Nintendo Land looks awesome from the Japanese pics. Didn't know one's being built here too, or is going to have to do a real cart night for real. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you know it, dude.
If you go on YouTube, and I think it's oh my gosh, I forget who it is, but all you do is just look for, Japan, Super Nintendo World, just look it up and just look at it. The theming is absolutely crazy. The Pikachu parades are epic. I just know it's themed, and again, it's crazy. The theming down to even the food that's there, that they have. So think of all that attention to detail. Like if you've gone to Islands of Adventure, try taking all of that attention to detail and you're dropping it. And now it's Nintendo. Yeah,
let me ask you this real quick. I see it says it's back. Is this obviously not totally built, but is there still stuff inside this Epic Universe to enjoy right now currently?
Hey, Orville. No, it isn't. What happened was they broke ground on it. Okay. They had made an announcement. They had started construction, but when the Wu-Tang flu popped off, they had to stop work. So a lot of people, a lot of people in Orlando area lost their jobs because of this. So now that they're restarting up construction, this is bringing more jobs to the Orlando area, and they're starting it back up. So yes, so when they say back, it's back under construction because they didn't know when it was going to get started again, and people were wondering, what was going to happen. So this is amazing news that they're starting up construction again. They're ramping stuff up. They're bringing people back onto their jobs, getting the economy going, because there are a lot of people who are looking forward, to to this park, and I think it's slated to be open in 2023.
Okay.
Can
Well,
Universal
you can see me there.
It's gonna be awesome. We gotta have a meetup. We have to have a meetup in Nintendo Land. But if you think that's awesome, okay.
Oh, no.
Halloween Horror Nights is coming back to Universal this year.
That's
Now, if you guys remember the video that I did in the summer where I went to the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store and they had like the Beetlejuice room and all that stuff that's in there. Well, for Halloween Horror Nights, there's actually going to be a haunted house themed after Beetlejuice. That's the first one they announced.
I'm talking about.
Yes, I think they're going to have, I think it's like 10 haunted houses. And the Beetlejuice house was the first one that was announced because Halloween Horror Nights is huge. It's huge. And they couldn't do it last year. So now they finally announced that they're doing it this year and they've put the dates down. Guess who hasn't said anything about their Halloween events this year? Disney.
SeaWorld.
I know Six Flags does like a all October they do like a horror thing too, where they people run around dressed as zombies and whatnot. But this stuff's kind of fun, man.
It's amazing. A lot of people go and they love it. It's like nothing else. I've been to the one at Six Flags, which is cool too. I haven't been to this one, and I was going to go last year and I didn't go, so I'm going this year and I'm freaking excited. Oh, thank you, Culture.
This looks like it's going to be way better.
It's going to be freaking awesome.
Oh, what is going on here?
Yeah. This is truly amazing. I mean, Mario Kart Speedway is going to blow people's minds. It's basically just all of the old classics that we all grew up with. I mean, just different ways to experience Nintendo.
Let me ask you this though: Are we going to get a recreation of one of the tracks inside Mario Kart? Like, wouldn't that be great if we get actual recreation of one of those?
I think that you're just going to find out that there's some just some really cool things. I'm not sure if they're specifically themed after like the actual, tracks and stuff, but there's a lot of really amazing things that are going into this. Same thing with what was I going to say? With other things there as well. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, Super Mario World 64. There's going to be a lot of really cool stuff there.
Yeah, Cavatinho Hyrule. I was thinking the same thing. That's insane. They're putting a ton of stuff into this land.
It's crazy.
I'm moving to Florida, yo.
I can't freaking wait because it's just I'm more excited about all the stuff that's going to Universal than I am about Disney because Zelda Land. Yes, I can't wait for the Donkey Kong Country ride that they're supposed to put in there too. So we have 45 folks watching. Thank you so very, very, very much. This is the Welcome to Florida live stream. Someone take me there. You know what? We'll keep you guys in the know about what's going on with watch afterwards and Amber's crew get mad when they race in Baby Park for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't be liking the Baby Park, man.
I don't like that darn traffic. The one with the traffic.
Oh, I hate that one. That sucks.
I
yeah, some of these people that I play with on Friday are like, oh, we love this one. I'm like, y'all are lame. This sucks.
If it hurts Disney, I'm excited for it. You know what, dude? Yeah, that's honestly my whole attitude. You go to Universal, you don't feel like you're being completely screwed when you go there because there's so much stuff that there's so much benefit that you get when you go there. It's amazing.
Y'all are haters in the chat. Y'all are haters.
It's Florida's over there.
What does it say? Dark Shadow Logan says they have Ord's favorite game that he loses at Mario Kart. Thank you.
That's not hating. That's just truth.
Yeah, he doesn't always lose. Sometimes he gets 11.
Culture, don't even, bro. Don't even.
Yeah, or
I'm terrible. I'm terrible when they finish in front of you, bro.
Okay, look, I challenge Culture to an actual race. When this lane gets built, we shall meet and we shall race, and we will see who is the god.
Knowing Culture's luck, Ords will fall asleep and forget, and he would automatically win.
I know there's a
Shut
lot
up,
of
Fast Steven.
a lot of relationships could be messed up playing Mario Kart.
That's true. Very, very true.
But folks, so we're gonna move on here to talking about the Walt Disney Company's 2021 Annual Meeting of Shareholders. So that's actually going to happen on Tuesday. And in the stream, we kind of wanted to educate you guys a little bit about kind of what goes on at these things. Now, this is different from the earnings calls that are held, like quarterly, like those, like the investor event that they had. Those are just, the $10 or what do you say? $10 on culture, just saying. You have to fight.
Oh, that's
Jimmy
come on now. Damn, man.
Wow.
I got youth advantage, all right? I got youth advantage on the guy.
Look, while that is true, how many times did you beat me the other night when I was playing?
Like every time.
No, I'll try again. No, I think Amber even beat you a few times.
I was
got
slaying.
15. I got 73 cents. Oh my gosh, you guys are horrible.
Fast Steven, I'll throw you another 50 just to put it
you
on
guys
me.
are horrible.
There we go.
But again, the
50 cents?
difference, the difference is it's that those earnings calls they just have like high level investment house people that are on it, not your peons like, me and culture with our couple of shares of stock. We don't get to talk.
Why don't you guys get to talk about it? They don't have a meeting for you guys?
The quarterlies are usually, they dole out pretty much pre-positioned questions from the investment houses. So it's usually just the big wigs or somebody that, they're like rewarding with an opportunity to ask a question in a meeting. So it's probably some low level, VP that did really well, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can ask the question this time." Mm-hmm. So, but it's like I said. I mean, the answers are usually scripted in advance because the questions are usually scripted in advance, so they kind of already know what they're going to be interested in. Which is, it is what it is, and it's been a little looser because of the Zoom meeting style that they've been doing lately. But for the most part, I mean, very rarely will you hear anybody get rattled because they're really not tossed a question that's all that difficult.
No.
So is that why they don't invite some of the smaller investors in? Is because they don't want people to just ask random questions? I mean, it seems like it's a very controlled environment.
Well, it has to be. I mean, again, there's some there. I'll grant them some latitude in that primarily, if you're invested in Disney, you're holding on to it. It's a blue chip stock. I mean, it's something that's handled by people that have money in their 401k. So you're going to cater more towards the people that are representing the money than the people who actually invested the money. You see what I'm saying? But in this particular circumstance, anybody who has any stock could essentially get an opportunity to ask a question. This is where you get some real questions, and I'll let Lorena finish because she's going to tell you what happened.
Yes, because this is where the great unwashed with our torches and pitchforks get to pull them out and hey Amber, how you doing?
What's up,
and
babe?
And ask the questions. So because another thing, I know certain shareholders were band together and who put a proposal on, like another proposal that's come up again that got voted down last year was a proposal to force the Walt Disney Company to reveal their lobbying activities. Disney didn't suggest that. A bunch of stockholders got together and said, hey, we want to know what lobbying activities that you are involved in. Hey, Culture Boss, and disclose what those are. Now, of course, the executive board recommends that to me and Culture and all the other little stockholders. They're recommending that we vote against it.
Of course not. We absolutely want to know what they're doing. In fact, I would like every corporation to have to disclose this. I think that it shouldn't be something that's done the way it's done. They're actually hiring. I'm not sure if Lorraine, if you saw the news, but they actually hired a lady that's going to essentially be a new person in this position to be their executive vice president of lobbying and government liaison.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
So they'll probably get beat into this. The only way that they won't is if institutional investors and hedge fund people actually block it.
Yeah.
But everyday shareholders are going to be like, no, I absolutely want to know what you do with the money, because guess what? 50% of us are not on your team when it comes to what you've been doing politically. So we want to know what you're doing.
No. And they don't want us to know. So they'll let, if they do this year what they did last year, they'll let whoever's on point talk about this proposal, why they want it, and they make a very detailed and very persuasive argument. But the vote's already taken place. They just let them go up there for show and do it.
So
but that's what they do.
I'm full of questions tonight, and I hope that's okay.
No, these are actually good stuff, dude.
And I know that you guys, I know you and Culture, Lorena, are really into this stuff, and you guys pay attention to it. But what is the percentage of like small investors to big investors? Are there obviously more small investors than there are big investors, or how do they?
Do you mean with like someone who? Well, there's two ways that I know of when you're investing in Disney stock. If you're like me and it's like, hey, I came into some money, I want to buy some Disney stock. Okay, 3 ways. Came into some money, buy some Disney stock on E-Trade. Second, I got a 401k. Yep. One of my funds is invested in Disney.
Yep.
Another one, I've got an ETF fund, and that's got several shares of Disney. Just to tell people, we are not giving investment advice on this call.
Yeah, good call.
I want to make sure I throw that out there. This is not investment advice. We're just throwing stuff out there that in 2 cents can't buy a cup of coffee. But that's what that is. So those are 3 ways that Joe Schmo can invest in it. Now, when it comes to having enough shares of stock to seriously affect what's going on, and this goes here into what Shajar was saying. Yeah, there's 2 hedge funds that control the largest amount of shares. Mm-hmm. One is Vanguard. Yep. The other is Morgan Stanley. Yep. And we're talking in the hundreds of thousands of shares.
So it's not, I guess, I think, like, what is the percentage, I guess, of overall investors? What percentage would be considered low, or what percentage, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it literally 50% of the investors are, lower end investors and the other 50 are higher investors? Or do you see what I'm saying here?
I haven't seen it breaking out.
I haven't seen that number in a long time. I can tell you that the largest individual person that was a shareholder up until recently was Steve Jobs' daughter.
Yeah.
The second person that sold a considerable, if not the majority, if maybe not even all of their stock, would have been Abigail. And Abigail's had a lot of very strong things to say about the way the company is being operated, especially when it comes to frontline employees.
Yes, awesome one, Vanguard. Yeah.
And but the biggest problem is no longer can one investor influence the slate. So you have to bring a whole lot of people together in order to affect the slate. And the slate essentially are the people that put all these other people in power. So
and I guess the reason I ask though is because it seems like as a company, if I was Disney and I was looking at the percentage of those people, like if the majority of my shareholders small, the smaller, and if they were the majority of the people who are investing, if there was like, obviously there's more small investors than there are probably big investors, just because, there's smaller amounts of people who have more money. I as a company would want to look to the people, the mass of people, like what do they think? Not just these few large investors here, but I don't know. I'm not a businessman, so I don't know, man. But that's how I would think it in my head. Pay attention to the majority of the people as opposed to the few. But I don't know. Well,
again, I mean, they have to cater to both audiences because it's what improves, the market price. I mean, you can definitely have a hedge fund involved that will that'll leverage themselves into a large position of the company so they can direct the slate. That happens all the time in corporations. And that way they can influence it that way and count on those people to make decisions that are favorable for them. So it's kind of like the government. It's like they fortify the slate, kind of like the election gets fortified. So it's the same kind of thing. I mean, you're fortifying your efforts, and if you want to use words like influence. That probably would be accurate, but they should listen to the smaller investors. And the times when they don't is usually when it hurts them.
Yeah.
So you'll start to see. I mean, had they listened to an investor from this 2020 stockholder meeting that Lorena has brought up, they might have not made nearly as many mistakes in this last year. But who knows?
Yeah.
So anyway.
Cool. Thank you. That was actually a lot to learn. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. It's like I tell people, go and read this information. It might put you to sleep for a little bit, but pay attention to what these people are doing. So after the stockholders meeting, well, you can go and you can listen to it. Like anybody can go to the Walt Disney Company, go to Investor Relations, click the link at 1 p.m. Eastern time to listen to the stockholders meeting. What you will not see is people like Culture and I, who have control numbers, will actually be able to get into the broadcast and be able to see everything. And that's when they show us, trailers for upcoming shows. That's when they show, I think, like proprietary images and video of upcoming attractions, things like that. So like with respect to Walt Disney World, I'm actually getting to this in a little bit. With respect to Disney World, they're probably going to talk about what attractions are finally going to open. Like, are we going to hear that Ratatouille is going to open? Are we going to hear anything else about Tron, about Guardians of the Galaxy? Are we going to hear about, even Mickey's Very Merry Halloween Party? Is that coming back? But get updates about the parks, both, get updates about the Avengers campus in Disneyland, find out about what's going on with the other properties, find out what's coming to Disney Plus, find out, if they're going to actually put Black Widow in the theaters. Is that still the plan? Or are they going to wind up putting that to Disney Plus?
It's going to be a day and date release, just like Raya. I mean, I'm predicting that at this point. So, but as far as this stuff goes, no, you're right. And I guarantee you, one of the questions that's going to get asked is this one. It's going to be, so in light of the fact that Florida has now removed all safeguards and opened the state, and Universal is starting to escalate their return to normal, will your parks be doing the same? And likewise, will you be rehiring the furloughed and laid off employees whom used to operate your restaurants, which are operating under capacity or not at all, and your attractions, which are running under capacity or occasionally, because there are some attractions that wait a little while to run sometimes. So during this time, did you utilize this time to rehab things that have been not maybe getting taken, they haven't been getting taken care of properly? And is there a reason why you're wasting money on changing things that are working that people are fans of, and completing projects that are going to generate more interest and view and traffic in your parks? I mean, this is the year, and I've been talking a lot, so I'll finish with this point. This is the year of the birthday. We should be getting a 50th birthday celebration at Walt Disney World this year.
That's right.
We were supposed to get a slate of attractions that would have been finished up throughout the course of this year, including the rehab projects and the new Project Gamma in Epcot, which was whatever code name now, which would have included the Galaxy's Guardians of the Galaxy Rewind attraction that was supposed to be done, and the Ratatouille should already be opened at this point. So yes, exactly, Crispy Critters, and that's the problem, is they talked about that out loud. The stockholders that actually hold the bills in their hands are going to be like, "You make no money on streaming. You've told us you make no money on streaming, and you actually lost over $2 billion last year in the pursuit of nothing but streaming. Getting the parks up and running and in a better way, getting employees back, getting the opportunity to. Oftentimes you won't hear a lot of people talking about opportunity costs and stuff like that, but this is the time when you should be talking about those things. And they're forfeiting a whole lot of earnings on what used to be or should still be their cash cow, which has been their theme parks experiences and products.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So to go back to this, hey, 19K Fox, George Lucas has $2 billion in Disney stock. He must be pissed. Was he the one spitting on cast members? You know, I think George probably would not be spitting on a cast member. I think he would like the execs, because the cast members they're the backbone of the parks. I mean, when you go, they're the people that most folks associate with Disney when they go to a Disney park. So I just brought up this article. It's from Pirates and Princesses, Clownfish TV folks. They're saying Walt Disney World cast member gets yelled at and spit on by Disney guest. It is the cast members take a lot of freaking abuse. I mean, I've been to the parks where I've seen people treat cast members like dirt because they feel like they can. And it's almost like, and I will say this, you've got some people there at the parks. I mean, you can't buy class no matter what you do, but you have some people where it seems like the more that they spend, the more entitled that they feel that they are. So this was like in relation to the lovely mask mandate. So it says, according to the Orlando Sentinel last month, a Disney security guard reminded a guest to put their mask on before walking into the contemporary resort. Masks are required in the public areas of the resort hotels. After doing their job, reminding the person to wear their mask, the man informed the guard, "I'm a guest," and then spat on his forehead. VPs of Disney don't have to deal with this stuff. So you have, your frontline Disney employees and the cast members who have to put up with this crap. And remember, the company laid off 32,000 of them. So it'll be interesting in this stockholders meeting if they talk about all those people that they laid off. They didn't have to, because, the CFO got her $11 million bonus. The 32,000 of these folks wound up getting pink slips. Let's see what I'm not sure I understand completely, but apparently Disney has been cheating streaming income. Oh, I have no idea about that. I know they're not paying royalties to certain people like Alan Dean Foster. I know they're not paying royalties. I
actually did a story, I believe, on this. It's somewhere on my channel in the last few weeks where
I watched that video, Culture. That was a good one.
Yeah, they've been doing that for years. They haven't been taking care of animators for a very long time.
I think it was around the time that they had the Star Wars, where they bought Star Wars, wasn't it? Like, it was when they basically stopped paying people, right? Or actually, right when they bought it, actually, right?
Yeah. They were starting to fight that fight, and then of course, obviously the Alan Dean Foster case, which is the same time period. But they don't believe they need to pay royalties, and they are treating streaming as home video. Yes. Which means they don't have to pay, or they're not paying nearly what the royalties are worth, which for right now, a court agreed with them, but I don't think it's going to agree with them for much longer, because that ain't the case. That's not home video. Streaming is something else entirely different. No. And in fact, the case that I'm referencing, you can look into. Bill Nye sued the pants off of somebody recently. So he didn't win, but when he gets to his appeal, I think he's got a great case. But pay attention to that fact that we're in a weird place, man. We're in a weird place.
Absolutely. So Cavatinho says, was amazed when watching a video Anna posted of a cast member denying to know who Cara Dune is in front of a parent with a young child. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that video. What is it that they were just like, no, I don't know who she is, being an ass, instead of saying, I'm not sure who she is. Maybe you can tell me about.
No, it was they went up to ask, say, hey, do you have any Cara Dune merchandise? I don't know who that is. Like, a whole lot of stuff. I mean, and just being a complete jerk. Unfortunately, they didn't have the cast member's face on it. That would have been even better. But yeah, this is a real thing, and you can find this. I think it's still on Twitter. You can find it
if you know it out.
Star Wars Girl,
Because I will say, just like any group of people, you got your Disney cast members that aren't worth a damn. I mean, I've run into some cast members who have been like that too. And usually what I do is I wind up reporting them. because in general, usually I have a very good experience with cast members, but you will get sometimes one, depending on, it could be just their day to be surly or they're just lousy at their job. But this is inexcusable right here. Totally inexcusable that they would go and do that. That's just that's ridiculous, because for a lot of people, this is the other side of the coin. They've saved a lot of money for a long time to be able to take a trip like this. So if they're approaching, cast members with respect, it's not too much to expect to get that back. If I don't know the answer, let me find out someone who does know the answer.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to explain to some fans that the most popular, stunning, and brave female character, the strong, powerful woman that we are all supposed to, be looking at, is no longer even acknowledged by the company. That's kind of rough, right? I mean, what if they canceled Ray? What if we find out that Daisy Ridley did absolutely something horrible in her past, which I'm not suggesting that she did, but let's say that happened. Would they be pulling her butt out of there? What would they have left in Galaxy's Edge? Because, I mean, she seems to be the only face character they have that even works around in the area, if at all, which, I haven't heard reports that that's even happening anymore, but who knows? I mean, it's super immersive. Thank you, Cheapik.
Yeah, it's just like now it's just, it's something to walk. There was a strip mall with a dive bar that you walk through to get to Toy Story Land, which is way better themed, actually. Divine blew me away when she popped out of nowhere in Animal Kingdom. Yes, Divine is awesome. For some people who don't know Divine, I mean, she looks like a vine. It's like think of like a mime, but on stilts and just with these vines and this just like gorgeous body paint and costume. And she blends in with the scenery.
And looks like a tree. It's the weirdest thing. And you're like, this is really cool. And I wish that they still had her up and working. That'd be great.
Yeah, because I saw her one time, because people kept talking about this Divine. I'm like, I haven't seen her. And I saw her one time and my mouth just dropped, because it was just gorgeous. But that's one of those Disney difference things that used to happen, and it's not.
Yeah, the Disney difference is gone. There's no way they can keep with that anymore. They don't offer a difference anymore, and they're not even offering extra to people anymore. I mean, if there's no reason, they're offering less and less reason to stay on property now.
Exactly, and we're going to actually get to another example, one that really burns me. But let's see, you should read a book called Mouse Tales. Lots of interesting stories from former Disneyland cast members. Thank you, Theme Park Casual. I'll have to check that out. Hey, Thomas, when is the shareholder meeting? It is on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you go to the Walt Disney Company.com and go to their investor page, there's a link there for the shareholder meeting. So actually, I'll drop that in the description box as well, the video, Thomas. So you just come back here to this video and click the link and it'll take you right there. And Tommy, thank you so much again for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. I wonder what depths they will need to sink to before Disney attempts to right the ship. I'm thinking Universal eating their freaking lunch, because it's coming. It just seems like they're not. It seems like they're not taking it seriously, and they're just ignoring how much of a threat that Universal is. We may not have Cara Dune anymore, but we have Geo the Rock. Nothing more inclusive and stunning and brave. Yeah, I heard about that daggone rock.
Speaking of which, I actually released and premiered the teaser trailer for Geode today on my channel. You can still find it there. It's only about a minute long. You can check out, just the amazing character that is Geode in that teaser trailer. It's really cool. Also, if you want a really good book, get this one.
Which one is
3 Years in Wonderland.
3 Years in Wonderland.
Yep. This is the book that talks about the Disney brothers and C.V. Wood and how they made Disneyland to begin with, and all of the things that went into it and everything that happened afterwards. This is a beautiful
beautiful. I read a story that when Disney opened, when it opened down there, there was paint that was still wet on the walls.
Which one, in Disney World or Disneyland?
Disney World.
They did both. Yeah, that's true.
There was still wet. Yeah, the asphalt was still wet. They had to open other sections of the park out of order than they had originally planned, to reveal them to the public. They had to go back and fix some stuff because it got damaged during the opening process. There was a lot to that, right? But as time went on, the park grew quickly and added things. And some of the best features of the park came from the World's Fair. So, I mean, lots of the, several attractions showed up there, which would include the most famous of them all, It's a Small World. So, and those had corporate sponsorships. It's one of the ways that they offset some of the costs is they utilize corporations to help build things so that they could sponsor the attractions, which is why in a really cool nod to Disney, in Iron Man, right? In the Iron Man franchise, when they have the World's Fair version of it, is that the second film? I think that's the second film. Yeah.
Second one was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a nod to what Disney actually did. Corporate sponsorship and the whole 9 yards for these things. And that's how Disney kind of built some of the stuff for Disneyland. He also was really creative with the way he financed things. There was a lot of fudging stuff that was legal, but was, it's kind of sketchy. And that practice continued up until he started to buy the Florida land. And then that was super sketchy. He used a CIA playbook on how to acquire land and assemble it in a way to form its own entity. CIA usually did that to form districts in different foreign countries. He did it to acquire and purchase enough land to create its own, essentially, town, city, county would be a better way to describe
it. It is to listen to the old timers, like my grandparents' generation, talk about how Disney showed up. Maybe Pan Am could have.
That's the thing. That's back then. One of the attractions was sponsored by Pan Am for a long time. Two different iterations of attractions there. TWA took it over at one point in time. I mean,
Eastern Airlines did one too.
Yeah. He utilized everybody he could to make things happen. It was brilliant, right?
My favorite is. Oh, sorry, Culture. Go ahead.
No, please.
I was going to say my favorite is the asbestos company, Monsanto sponsoring Space Mountain.
Yeah, and before that, they sponsored the indestructible home of the future. They when they tried to destroy it, they swung a regular giant wrecking ball at it. You guys have seen those, right? The old way to knock stuff down, and it bounced off of it like ricochet, like a doing. It did not do anything to it, so they had to figure out.
Goodyear. Yep, that's another one.
Goodyear for even up to this day, maybe up until very recently, the People Mover, it was sponsored by them. In fact, they so much so that they helped create the technology for the speed ramps that you see all over Disney. So really cool stuff. So absolutely.
Side note, Goodyear put the tires on the space shuttle. Just saying.
Yeah.
Tires are on there too. But to go back a little bit to Disney showing up in Florida, it's like my grandparents would tell me stories all the time about, they were just like, they literally stole that land from the state of Florida. That's what they say. But the way that he did it, it was literally to the point where the state was willing to pretty much do anything. Because all that land where Disney World is now, it was just basically swamp and orange groves. And I think the only thing there of any interest was McCoy Airfield, which turned into Orlando International Airport. There was nothing going on there. They couldn't really piece together why they were buying up this land. And if you go back and look at the Orlando Sentinel, back when it was a newspaper instead of the digital fish wrap site that it is now, they have like all these stories about who are these people buying this land around Orlando, what's going on, what's happening, and all these rumors going on, to when they finally released what was going on, all the land prices around Disney World just like shot up.
Yeah.
Completely shot up. And that's why Kissimmee 192, it kind of reminds me of Catella Avenue in Orange County. Exactly. Because Walt did not want that same thing popping up. With Disney World, because he couldn't control it, and as soon as that happened, all that land or Disney World just
I mean, there was he assembled a lot of buildable land because there were a lot of cattle farms there, right? And so he bought up all of that, and then some of the other things that happened to be in that area. But once people caught on that there were these 6 different entities that were shell corporations buying up this land, that kind of changed things, right? And the rumors started and everything else. And, yeah, it's kind of weird. And Commander Ed Straker, yes, Monsanto did also sponsor the Journey Through Inner Space, which is an amazing attraction. And there was a question in here about the original funding for Carousel of Progress. It was General Electric.
Okay.
Yeah, GE funded not just the Disney exhibits, but also I think they had 6 in that particular World's Fair. So
I know they were big sponsor. Yeah, Gulf Oil was another one too.
Huge
yeah,
sponsor,
yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
But I wanted to skip over to another thing. No, this is all good discussion. That's why we made a Disney night tonight. But it gives people a good idea of what's going on, especially the Disney company and how it links in. Because when we talk about how impactful Disney is to the economy in the state of Florida, it is no joke.
No,
it really
it
is literally integrated into the economy.
Tourism.
So I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say 83% of the Central Florida, Orlando area is oriented around tourism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that tourism market showed up because of Disney. That's why it's one of if it's not, every once in a while Orlando is the busiest airport in the world, and then it's like either 2 or 3. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And yeah, there is an amazing nuclear reactor that powers that entire area that's not very far away of Disney World. Not very far away at all. You get to see it when you're landing at the airport.
Yep. And the other, oh God, I just had like a serious brain fart about something that I was going to say and totally forgot. Let's see. So Disney in Florida is like the casinos in Vegas. It's the whole economy. Yeah. It's
aerospace. They're building out a new tech corridor. Central Florida is actually investing in tech, bringing in tech businesses and things like that. So that they're trying to change it up because obviously this thing kicked it in the sack.
Yeah, because there's only two. The 2 biggest employers in Orlando is Disney, and the second is Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, aerospace stuff. Yeah, and but that's that is what it is. And just for fun, McDonnell Douglas did Trip to the Moon ride, which was awesome. Let's see. Ords would have loved the Monsanto ride through inner space, which became Journey into Inner Space, because it was like an LSD trip. It absolutely was. It was so amazing.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Oh
if
my
you get a
gosh.
chance to watch the videos, like the Ultimate Tributes, like Martin's videos does, right? Because Martin's a good guy.
Thank you for subscribing, Tina Lynn.
Yeah,
and Terminus, thank you for the $5 super chat. Someday, Lorena might show an article about a Florida man finding an alligator in his toilet, and I'll be like, what a crock of I think we did that story 2 weeks ago.
I think it happened. I know we had a snake bite thing that bit somebody in the booty. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But honestly, no, that ride, if you get a chance to take a look at it, you actually journey into a snowflake. You get shrunken down. It's freaking amazing. That ride's a trip. I'm just saying, if you get a chance,
freaking cool.
Check out the Ultimate Tribute. Yeah, like an Ultimate Tribute video. I think it's called Ultimate Tribute into Monsanto's Journey into Inner Space or Journey into Inner Space. You can drop the Monsanto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
I'll
amazing.
have to check that
Monsanto, for as demonized as they are, essentially fed the world for 40 years. So I don't know how bad they could have been. I mean, they're bad. They did some bad stuff. There's no doubt. But so did the people that make dishes. What the frick are they called?
Yeah, I think it was.
They're not very nice to farmers either.
Yeah, I think it was just like the whole asbestos thing. It's like,
they try to control like farming and stuff like that. Like
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But see, Dow Corning is made napalm, right, and stuff like that. People don't want to talk about the bad things the companies did. Of course not.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Union Carbide. Yeah, I'm gonna slide through these couple of other things. So here's one of my super pet peeves. Okay, so Imagineer shares additional details on Moana resort rooms. See, I don't like that they said Moana because this is the Polynesian resort. Now, for somebody like me who used to go to Disney World starting as a flipping kid, the Polynesian was one of those resorts where you go by on the monorail and they've got like the tiki torches and it looks like freaking Treasure Island. always wanted to stay there. Finally check that box off, got to do it because it has this South Seas theme and it feels authentic. I joke and tell people that it's like the Brady Bunch goes to Hawaii, kind of like that feel that's in the resort, but it's authentic. So now what they've gone and done is now it looks like the Hilton.
It's different, huh?
With these rooms, it looks.
Oh.
You don't want to take me down here because I'll lose my stuff for like an hour.
It's ridiculous because they used to have
here.
This pisses me off right here.
Oh yeah, the little the Pizza Huts on stilts.
Yeah. Blocking the view.
Block the view. There used to be an amazing beach. You used to be able to catch the fireworks out there on the beach. You could see the night parade, the night light parade, and on the lagoon. They took away so much enjoyment to put these DVC huts here that
it's because they get more people in. They want to make more money. They get more people in there.
They could have built a DVC tower here. That they could have themed better, kind of like they did with in Hawaii already for. Just like the tower they built in Hawaii would have been. So see the culture.
Yeah, they just dropped these out here. It used to be such a gorgeous beach view, and when there were fireworks, people would come to the resorts, and you'd like sit here, bring your family. I mean, you'd have to pretty much stake the place out all day, but you had a gorgeous view to watch the fireworks at night, to watch the electrical parade, at night. And even if you weren't staying there, you could still, go there and have this great spot to hang out with. So now they dump these little huts on here for like what, $2,000 a night?
No, now you get to stare at Jerry coming out on the patio naked there.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, it's not like being in Fiji or someplace like that these things are supposed to be imitating, right? It's because they do have a dipping pool or whatnot that you can get in and out of, but you can't actually get in the water because that water is, I don't know, it got gators in it, of course, and snakes, and it's not like in the old days when you used to actually be able to get in the water at the beach at Disney World.
Sorry, I pulled a Gary.
No worries. They had a wave machine, right? Where those things sit, right? Where those things sit, they had a beach, and they had a wave machine that was set up on an island all the way across the thing. It was like legit, like it would make waves, and every once in a while you'd have waves crashing on the shore of the beach. You'd have kids out there playing in the surf, right? This is when they actually cared about whether or not there were gators in there, and they actually kind of kept them out. And it was a unique opportunity, right? I wouldn't have advised it now that we know more about the brain-eating, amoeba that shows up there now. But it was a different thing. And so, but those little plunge pools are terrible in there, and it's a weird thing in that you can pay a cash price like Lorena was suggesting for like $2,000 to $2,200 a night, or those are specifically more oriented towards the DVC guests. There were people that bought DVC points for one building that they converted into DVC rooms, which was just an old hotel building. And for these 2-bedroom units that are terribly overpriced. Not only that, if you try to leave your window open at night, like a lot of people like fresh air and stuff like that, number one, your air conditioner is not going to go on. And number two, you're also going to run into the situation where you have boat noise traffic from the ferries and stuff.
Yeah, the horns going off, and it just goes off. It's just crazy. Hey, Commander, it's Tracker Shadow. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Going to dip out soon for dinner. Great stream, Lorena and Grang. Great old Anaheim, Tiki Room, and real BB gun shooting gallery in Adventureland. Yes, I remember that.
Real BB gun.
Real BB guns.
None of the laser stuff they do now. They hate that.
No laser. Cool. It's like people would be lined up. Kids were like, I can't freaking wait to do this. It used to be a line.
Oh, it was.
Gallery.
You spent extra money. Now back in Commander Ed Strikers, obviously in my age group, and we used to have tickets back then. You didn't just have a one price pays your way in. You paid a ticket price to get in, then you bought a ticket book. This is where the term A, B, C, D, E-ticket. E-ticket comes from the idea that you had 2 e-tickets in a book. Right. your 2 favorite rides to use your e-tickets on, which was Space Mountain and cool stuff, right?
Yep.
And you also had a ticket for the shooting gallery, right? The shooting gallery had legit BB guns. You literally fired things and they went clink, clink, clink.
That's
it was
what's
really
up,
cool.
man.
It was very satisfying. No kids shot their eyes out. It was incredible.
Nah, man, come on, man. That's what I want, a real BB gun shooting range like that. None of this laser crap, man.
No, it was for real. And yeah, with the ticket book, because I remember, because I used to try to, grab it from my dad and try to pull out, the e-ticket, because that's the one that I wanted. And it's like, okay, we can't do like all e-ticket rides and everything.
Yeah. Is there a place you can go in Florida that'll let you fight an alligator?
Probably Gatorland.
You could
probably Gatorland.
Yeah, you really dink around with a gator in Gatorland. I'm not sure to what extent. But.
Dude, I'm for real. And I have to say this. Ors, if you go to Gatorland.com, okay, there's a phone number to call for information. Call that number. That is the best cheap entertainment. You will call that number like 10 freaking times.
Who wants to see Ors fight an alligator? Who wants to see that, man?
I would.
Put it in the chat.
I
Let's
seriously pay money to do that. But just to show you guys, it just there used to be these cool Polynesian paintings like they brought, like I think it was either Fiji or Samoa, which were done by Polynesian artists.
Beautiful.
That art was gone.
You got to remember, culture is offensive to people. Okay.
I try not to be. I do my best.
I don't know. Go check out my highlight reel that I put up today. That might tell you something different. Culture.
Did you put bad words? Did you put me up saying bad words?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, don't bother watching that video. It's fine.
No,
these people
are smarter than these current crop of youngsters. Yeah, it's just it looks like a Hilton. It's just Oh, go ahead, Culture.
No, this is the thing that bothers me. And again, I can do 40 minutes on this, but I'm not going to, but I could, on the fact that they pulled out all of the uniqueness out of the rooms. They were uniquely decorated to reflect the islands. And yes, it was a given period of time. They were even leaning into that concept, going back to the old Polynesian sign out front and everything else, and the gaslit tiki torches and all of that amazing stuff. And yet here we go, bringing a
sorry I didn't do that. That's classic.
Absolutely.
Freaking classic right there. Yeah, we played it on the stream once too.
Oh, it is amazing. But yes, so they took all the uniqueness out here and they cookie cuttered these things out. And it's a problem because now you don't have any of that unique stuff. You don't have that flair. There's no flair. The flair
Can I ask, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry, but Fat Steven, can I ask you a question, please? Okay. Well, hopefully you're listening. Hopefully you're listening. My question to you, Fat Steven, is will you go to Florida and fight a gator with me? That's my question to you. Who wants to see Ords and Fat Steven fight an alligator?
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Oh, come on. Are there alligators where you're at? I'm guessing not.
In Canada?
There should be. Yeah, those Canadian gators, man.
Yeah,
come on.
Dude, I go to one of those like parks that has the animals. I sneak in, and I can't contemplate my choices at this point.
I'd love to see like Fat Steven Seagal fighting a gator in a zoo. That'd be great.
That's right, Culture Boss. Yes, it's more than Hawaii because when I was there and learning about because in the longhouses that you're in, they're all named after different islands in Polynesia. I mean, islands that I didn't even know about, like Tuvalu. I didn't know that was an island. Now I know Tuvalu is probably the coolest longhouse at the Polynesian you can go to because there's no beach in front and it looks like the water just like drops off. So if you have a view, it just looks like you're on the water. So it's freaking awesome. But don't go there because I heard they have roaches. You don't want to go to that longhouse. We don't like to tell people about that longhouse. Hey, weak sauce ale. Yes. Yeah, it's just the cool things about the islands that you didn't know. Like they had cultural like murals and paintings. This looks like something you get out of friggin' Pottery Barn. Well,
and this is the kind of stuff that you're going to have more stockholders asking questions about. Why are you making all the rooms generic? What happened to the Disney difference? Because the Disney difference was in every detail. And now
Yes.
there are no details. This is
None.
a generic place to stay.
And you're right, John 42. A lot of these hotels looks like something out of Hotel Rescue, with everything being bland and sterile looking. Like there used to be the bedposts, like the headboards that were actually carved, and it had like Polynesian carvings along the bedpost that made it look, authentic, like you're in Polynesia. Sounds like a learning experience as well as a vacation spot. It was at one time, because they would have the ambassadors from, some of the cast members were from different islands. Like I had, the bellhop, he was from Fiji. And the security guy was from Samoa. He was really good looking. He looked like The Rock. He was from Samoa. And even Auntie Cowie, God rest her soul, she passed away a couple of years ago. But she was from Hawaii, and she would always greet guests coming in to the hotel. She'd give them leis. She would conduct hula lessons. It was that part of the culture. It was like amazing. The kids would go there, and it was like being able to afford to go to Polynesia if you couldn't really afford to go, and you go there, and it was just awesome. And now it just looks like any. I'm glad they kept a mirror, but it doesn't look like the Polynesian anymore. But then again, this is Imagineering, the same people who put that freaking 6-foot Stargate in the lagoon over at Epcot, and just
God dang, that 6 foot, try 60 foot. That thing's enormous.
Did I say 6 foot? Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
I meant to
I
say
know what you meant.
story. I'm sorry. I was looking at Braden's video, Mickey Views, and he was talking about, he's like, the 6-story monstrosity. That's
It's insane. And here's the thing. The show is still a work in progress. I'm really not. I don't want to say anything. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna say anything.
But I'll wrap this up a little bit. The other thing that they'll probably talk about is this Galactic Star Cruiser. Now, we've heard about, this bottle hotel, what they've been working on, but haven't heard any details. So who knows if at the stockholders meeting, they'll probably drop some more information about this, including what I'm hoping they drop is how much this is going to freaking cost people. Because you've heard ballpark figures out there, but they're not exactly saying how much it's going to be.
They are pricing it. They are pricing it as an outside cabin for a 3-day cruise. It's going to cost you, for 2-person occupancy, I think $3,000 to $3,500 is my guess, and based on what a lot of other people's educated guesses are.
Is that for a person or 2 people?
That's for the cabin.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it can, and the cabins can sleep up to 4. There are not a lot of rooms. I think I revealed that like a month ago we did this originally. I think
we did
4 total rooms or something.
Yeah, it's really
not a lot of rooms. I know I learned so much stuff, guys, and I hear so much stuff that eventually it falls out of my brain because I'm 152,000 years old.
No, it's perfectly fine. Good.
But yeah, it's very limited capacity. You are essentially going. The excursions are there on the ship. And you get an excursion that takes you into a special entrance back door via a shuttle experience to Galaxy's Edge, which is, all that is. And I don't know if Geode is there, that would be amazing.
That would be an improvement.
I don't know. God, this rock thing's pissing me off. I released that special teaser trailer video for the movie they're making about Geode this morning. Mm-hmm. And you can see in there just the loving care that I took with that. So,
replace the Millennium Falcon with the vessel. So it's so they're probably gonna give some more information about this. They might not. I don't know. I would think that they would drop some information in there about it. So a special backdoor space. Okay, so they'll probably say something about this. But again, this is under Parks and Experiences. So you want to pay rapt attention to that part when they start talking about it in the stockholders meeting. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is lovely. Did you hear about the new mask policy at Disney?
It's not good. Yeah, and this is funny. Because the entire state and everybody else is trying to open up as quickly and completely as they possibly can. And Disney leans the other direction.
Yeah. When I read it, I was just like, no, I'll just go to Universal because I
What
haven't
is
had that much of a problem. It's like you go there, you wear your mask until they call you to go to your table. Once you get to your table, you can take it off and nobody harasses you about it. This just makes it more difficult and more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
to
that's
go
my
down to Disney Park.
My state's been running that. Like, you want to get into a restaurant, you have to wear a mask from when you walk in to when you sit down. You can take it off when you sit down. If you get up, you have to have it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pain in the butt. But I don't know, what is this dish on the front here? It's just like a bunch of stuffed bacon in it. It looks
Oh
kinda
no,
good.
this is bacon, Mickey waffles, eggs, and
Nice.
sausage. I can't remember which resort this is from because there's Mickey waffles all over the freaking place.
See,
I
got
don't
the
think it's the
munchies, so-
Polynesian. I don't think
Sorry.
it's the Polynesian. I forget which one it is, but I have seen those waffles before. Hey,
I want
Jeremy
them.
5, Russia approved.
I want those waffles now.
Yeah. So yeah,
Diabetes.
that's another thing. Yeah, diabetes. Oh, dude, wait till I think I did show. Well, I have to. I think I showed the wheel of diabetes from Woody Donuts on one of the other streams, but I'll have to show that again. That's freaking diabetes. for
Weak
you.
sauce
in a
ale.
box. In a box.
You know,
Do you guys see that? Do you guys see this account? Do you see this? It's got my logo.
I
It says weak sauce ale. What the hell, man?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like an Ord's flavor to me. To be
Yeah,
honest.
definitely.
I
I
love
am going to put out an energy drink eventually. So.
that is my favorite new parody account. So
which one?
Whoever put that the weak sauce ale that Ord's
Sauce ale.
somebody bring in Chuckles Casino.
no.
Somebody made one of me called the Reina's Lollipop, but yeah, some other that was a while back though. Some more stuff. They're closing more Disney stores.
Yeah. Their goal. I believe that by the end of 2022, more than half of all Disney stores now open will be closed. We
only had in our area, they closed the big, huge Disney store that was in the tourist mall and opened one in some out of the way mall. They kept that one open, which made no freaking sense to me. I don't know why they came to that conclusion, but I wouldn't be surprised if they closed that one too. Because I think Fat Steven and I were talking about it in another stream, how it's like the prices for merchandise at the Disney store are so expensive. You can get cheaper merchandise at Walmart. That's my first favorite place to go to get that stuff. And like Hot Topic. You can get this stuff.
Hot Topic sells all kinds of Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Disney beat us.
It's like they that is a real thing. And getting a Disney S-faced off of Lapu Lapu drinks at the Polynesian, but that's a story for another time.
I remember when Brother Thomas Gilkey came to visit me, and we actually went into Chicago, and there's a Disney store. It's not far off of the train station where we got off. Really enjoyed it. It was a smaller store, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, man, the prices there were out of control. I think we bought maybe like a mask or a few other things there. Like we didn't really spend any money just because like just to buy an action figure there was $35-$40. It was out of control, man.
You're right, Chad. Our Dollar Tree, we have Five Below. Five Below has some crazy Disney swag. I hit there before I leave to go to the parks. I get all my Disney swag there. Thank you, Darius Munchausen, for the $1.49 super sticker. What do we have? Box of popcorn.
Popcorn, that's right. You can do a Disney party for your kids from Five Below or the dollar store, full of Disney stuff and party favors and everything else. $1 a piece, save yourself $1 billion. And here's the other thing: they had 300 in 2010. They had 360 stores in North America and around the world. Now they have less than 300. They're closing 60 in North America. So it's going to bring them down to, well, you can do the math, 240. But I project by the end of 2023, we will be we will be below 180 stores in the United States. I'm pretty sure.
I'll take it, Culture Boss. Thanks.
And it's
that was a nice compliment.
It's just sad how all that's happened. Yeah, Five Below, they did mess up the name because now with all the connectors and like electronics and the chargers and all that stuff. Yeah, now they have stuff that's over.
There's
$5.
not a lot of stuff that, I mean, like I would say the majority of the stuff is still like 5 or below, but there are things there. Yeah, you're gonna spend a little bit more on. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Okay, real quick, I gotta point this out. I gotta point this out. So I actually went into a Five Below once, and they had an entire wall with nothing but, I think it was like female Monopoly. It was like a lady Monopoly. And you could literally get Lady Monopoly for like $3, and it was an entire wall of it, dude. Oh my god. Anyway, I just had to point that out.
Oh man, that's freaking funny. I think I've seen that. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Culture Boss says, yeah, Culture Casino, best prices around Disney World or at Walmart. Yeah.
If you want your family to be dressed up in the same shirt at Disney, I'm not saying this has ever happened with my family before, but I'm not saying that. But you go to Walmart and you buy
sorry.
in the right sizes, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that that's ever happened before.
But yeah, not like I haven't seen people like say from the UK that show up at the Walmart with the suitcase and just clear out the racks of clothes and all that other stuff. Yeah, they don't buy it when they leave. You know, when they come here, they buy it when they're here and take it back. Usually at Walmart, the ones in Florida, you'll hear people say like asking for associates that speak all kinds of freaking languages because they need help with it. Yeah. That's pretty much what they do. Oh my God, 50 of you guys watching us. Thank you so much.
Nice,
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much.
Thank you, people in the chat. You all are
Culture is that guy, confirmed.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Yeah, he is that. I haven't been to Ollie's in a long time. Ollie's has a lot of crap nobody wants from Disney. Yeah, but it's going to be interesting hearing them say something like that. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about, because I know I'm definitely bringing this up if I get to put a question out there. And thank you so much, Culture, for 80 likes. Thank you. You guys are flipping amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah. My question is going to revolve around this because I'm pretty sure people like me and like Culture and like you guys are like, what the hell? I mean, honestly, just
it's going to be they're going to get a question on this. I don't know how they're going to pivot because it's not good. If you look at national polling data, not just the one that Bounding Into Comics is referring to, which was commissioned by a real pollster. I mean, this is not a fly-by-night company, right? There have been some other ones that have yielded similar results. So this is not good news. You have 70% of
public
your people
opinion strategies. There you go.
Yeah. You have 70% of people saying, "Wow, you super suck." It's insane.
It's gotten into the news cycle, and it's gotten the attention of just regular folks that were like, we love those of us who did said we love the Mandalorian, and you had all that goodwill by the end of the season, bringing back Luke Skywalker, and now you pull this. What's going on, and why are you letting Lucasfilm employees run rampant, trashing fans, calling us everything but, a child of God? And, and then you go and you fire Gina Carano by social media, fire Gina Carano for no grounds to really do so. On trumped up charges, I will say that.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that they were going to wait till after the investors meeting to officially do something, and then somebody leaked this information early, or put it out there because they wanted her gone? What do you think?
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Mandy, thank you for the $2 super chat.
What's up, Mandy?
Awesome. My favorite peeps on the panel. Love y'all. Mandy's got a new book. You should back it.
Oh, show.
You should back it.
The comic queen.
I'm sorry, or you were saying that with the investor call with the
do you think they were maybe trying to keep it down until maybe somebody leaked that information early? Because if they're doing it from social media and then it got leaked out, I mean, Disney's not going to go, oh no, that was just false information, and then literally weeks later let her go.
I think because of someone says they think that the leak was from the Favreau camp.
I don't know, man.
Who knows? They probably could have did it because something. I don't think it really had anything to coincide with the investor call because that's a curated group of ass kissers. That there's no other way that I can put it. That's pretty much what they are.
But the optics were incredibly poor, which would lead me to believe it came from the other camp. And again, guys, I'm going to say it this. I'm not going to lean into the language that's been used. In talking about this subject, like a civil war, I'm going to say there is a divide, a schism between two factions, and there is a third faction in the middle that wants nothing to do with any of it because they are full-time employees that they're keeping their heads down, they're doing their business every day, and there are two regimes at war right now.
Exactly.
And that mirrors a lot of what we experience in society. Anyway, sorry.
Thank you, Culture, for the $5 super chat. Says, hey, did you guys know Mandy has a new comic book? She does. And check out all of her books at Stuntman Comics. Yes, you most definitely should. Check that stuff out. And Zevius is here. Says, hey, nerds. Great to see y'all. Good to see you, Zevius.
55 people. 55 people.
Dude is also doing comic book stuff. Amazing artwork. Just an amazing dude, right? If you follow him, he's a great follow on Twitter. Cannot wait for the Fae that he's working on. Since the Fae, I cannot wait for this. It's awesome. I cannot wait for this, my man. So we gotta promote the pants off of that. So anyway,
absolutely,
we have a great audience. You guys were building up tonight. Everybody's here. Man, I love you. I love you.
You guys are awesome. We just absolutely love the support. It's one of those. I don't know who leaked it. Somebody, you never know. It could have been some low-level intern who leaked it and said, you know what, I've had enough. I'm just out, but on my way out, I'm going to burn stuff as I go out. Because for a lot of people in Hollywood, for them, Twitter is real life. It makes no sense. But for them, Twitter is real life. Because how many people have you seen just get canceled just because of something they supposedly may have said on Twitter? They're deemed problematic and they kick them off. Like, for example, I'm not saying that it's the same thing as Gina, but it's the whole thing with trying to control people. Cameron Pasha, right? He's kicked off of Twitter. Yeah. Supposedly for spam. But there's a lot of people, and he posted on Twitter. He's like, I know there's a lot of you from Lucasfilm who are following my account. He's like, I know who you are. And I know what you're up to. Next thing you know, the next day he's booted off Twitter. But
here's the thing. I mean, that you're talking about people, they don't want to be exposed, right? Because exposure will lead to cancellation. Because you realize this, the tiny little fraction of people that are on one team, is nothing compared to the masses like us that are going to call them out. Anyway, I think Ord's got something to say.
Orange, you gotta roll, dude. You gotta roll, dude.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for tonight's stream.
Yes, you do.
I still got to do a few things on preparing the stream labs and everything for that. So,
well, thank you, dude, so much for hanging out with us. You got an open invitation, man.
Awesome, great. No, that's cool because I like this Sunday nights relaxing into then playing games. This is perfect. The chat split tonight. We got 55 people in here, which is amazing. 87 likes last I saw. So man, chat, thank you for coming hard tonight. I appreciate it. 88 likes. I see that. Thank you guys. Lorena's amazing. You guys are all amazing. We got Culture. We got Fat Steven. This is family to me. And you guys in the chat are family to me. So thank you guys so much. We'll be hanging out on my channel tonight after this stream. So if you guys want to come over and hang out, feel free to do so. If not, that's cool too. I wish the best for everybody out there. I'm going to get going. I love you guys. Thank you, everybody. I love you.
All awesome. Right. Please support Ords. Please do go support Ords over there on his channel.
All right. No corn. Bye, Ords. Okay, sounds good. All right, guys. I love you. We'll catch you on the other side, guys. Peace.
Bye. What did someone say about Kamran is awesome. I miss his presence on Twitter. We will actually have Kamran Pasha on a special stream on Tuesday, March 16th at 5 p.m. So keep an eye out.
And I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him for this Tuesday on the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk. So it's harder to do now because he's not as easy to reach out to. But man, I mean, we Tom and I like to talk industry insider stuff. Lorena does incredible interviews. I mean, we have a unique opportunity to interact with somebody who really knows what's going on from inside that world in a way that we don't understand, because he was a showrunner, producer, writer. And he's done it all. I mean, if you want to learn, he's the guy to learn from. So anyway,
he is, and the guy to ask, to ask questions from, and all of that stuff. And, he's definitely been, talking up what's going on with respect to Gina getting fired. I'm pretty sure you've seen him like on Midnight's Edge and other channels talking about the same thing. But for just us, quote unquote, regular folk that are out here, this does not go unnoticed, and they have got to say something at the stockholders meeting. And I can't wait for whoever gets their question asked about how come they weren't coming with this.
They're going to have to slide it in. You know what I mean? But I would do it, man. I would tack it on to the end of a question. Like, hey, what do you see in Star Wars? And why did you guys, take the incredible risk of firing your most popular and IMDb's most popular actress, leading into, such an important thing in the WandaVision? Why did, just question their strategy, because they are going to backpedal and tap dance like nobody's business. So.
They are, and I'm going to enjoy watching
if it gets asked again. We may see more. Look, Disney is the king of chicanery right now. They have been. They're in big trouble. They have multiple financial investigations, and just like Amazon, there is a series of lawsuits that are being put together right now to go after executives at the company for everything that they absolutely don't want to be accused of.
Yeah, because the whistleblower that was accusing Disney of cooking the books, reporting them to the SEC, she's fired. She's suing Disney.
She just went civil. Absolutely. But you're going to see the things like, for example, Amazon is super busted right now. You guys may have not heard this story. I covered it in a 6 Minute Daily, I think, the other day. They've got somebody going after them for harassment, being underemployed, being looked over for things, sexual harassment, other forms of harassment, toxic work environment. She is pounding them. This lady is going to crush them. And you know what? Amazon deserve some of this criticism, because again, if you live in a glass house, you start throwing rocks, you better look out, because there could be like boulders rolling your way. Like, I don't know, Geode could show up in the glass house. Could be bad.
Oh yeah, Willie. No, it's not a dumb question. Reina Creole, maybe I missed this, but doesn't Disney screen their questions for the shareholders meeting? They might in this case. When it was live, I think it was just a case of who got to the microphone first to ask questions. This scenario is a little different. So I don't know if it's, click the button, then they just come to you and let you, ask a question. Like on a Zoom call, they'll just like unmute your mic and let you talk. Or if they'll ask you to submit the questions ahead of time. I haven't seen anything to indicate which way or the other on the site for the shareholders meeting.
Yeah, if you get that prompt, it's going to be in an email tomorrow. That'd be my guess. My guess. If they're going to go that route, we'll find out, Willie. But here's the thing. I mean, we got a lot to look forward to in this call. So hopefully, I will be done with my regular day, so I can be there in person at live when it happens. I don't think I would be allowed to ask anything, because they would not like any of my questions at all. But and here's the thing. I mean, we've got the chat's on fire. Plus, I'm seeing amazing people that have just started going. I'm going to call out Valiant Renegade, dude. Good to see you. I hope your channel's growing like a weed, brother. It made an incredible appearance over on. Oh gosh, you interviewed Nick today. He made a great appearance over on Echo Base Network like less than 2 weeks ago. It was freaking awesome. And that's the other cool thing. Echo Base is great. Guys, if you didn't watch that interview that Lorena did on the lunch table. I'm right? Because lunch table's like usually live at lunch, and then you have like the after school special, which is pre-recorded, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's the deal. It's usually the lunch table is usually live. So yeah, this one. So we had, Fat Steven and I, we just kind of like had interviewed them on a Sunday because that's the time that they had. But the ones where we bring in, like, say, Cameron Pasha on a Tuesday afternoon, that is an after school special, but it's live. So that's like the after school live series, because usually the interviews that Fat Steven and I do that we pre-record, we let them premiere at noon on a Tuesday. But when we have, a live person, then, then we just go live. But it was so much fun.
You and Steven do such a great job. Steven is so funny. I love you guys' banter and everything. I mean, and I get to hang out with you guys. This is like Lord said, man. We let our hair down. We let our hair down.
And it's the party block, and we got to get Fat Steven to 1,000 subscribers. So that's what
yes. Fat Steven deserves it. He does great content. I mean, of course he does the game streams, right? But he was one of the people that brought out the interview with from the Daily Wire with Gina Carano. What an amazing stream that was! Commentary, excellent panel. That's like a weed. I mean, it was amazing. I loved it so much. And again, that's the kind of stuff you can find over there at Fat Steven's channel. So it's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Are there 60 of you guys in here?
There. Thanks for being here. And we're winding down. That's the thing.
Yeah, we're about to wind down and send you guys over to Keepers of the Forest. I forget whose channel it's on. If it's on Demogenized channel or if it's on Fatal J's channel. Of course, Fatal J just dropped Ninja Blast over on Indiegogo. So definitely do check that out. And of course, 10:30 Eastern tonight. Go on over to Ords' channel. Keep the party moving for his video games hangs. Let's see. Wow, you guys are absolutely amazing. You guys are amazing. I didn't think anybody would ever really be interested in a Florida show, but you guys come here every week, set the chat on fire, and I freaking love that. For the sandwich shop, you do funny, Terminus.
Just real quick, when we end, rewind to the beginning, watch the first few minutes in advance, because we had a Florida woman story that most of you missed. That was real good. So check it out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, folks, well, I think we're going to go and wrap it up for this evening. We actually went a little further, a little longer than we had planned to. So, folks, again, thank you so very much for coming. For those of you watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. And please do make sure to like, share, and subscribe to everyone on this panel, but especially Fat Steven, because we need to get his numbers up. We need to get him to 1,000 subs, because he definitely does deserve it. Okay, and with that, folks, we will see you to next time. Remember, don't feed the alligators. Don't talk smart to the Florida police. Wash your hands. Do not feed the seagulls. And folks, just take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Have a great night, guys.